He just puts it down. It looks like they might have actually done that to bait out any utility because they have another couple of smokes. So the first smoke that the T's throw is probably designed to get rid of that one smoke that's on the CT side. They look so calculated. You can see they reapply the same smoke now towards CT spawn, and this time, unfortunately, Vini doesn't have anything to stop them with. Now, the backup's going to be there. Most of them will be coming in from Banana instead, so it could be a huge crunch here. You could see the whole CT force rushing up to try and stop them, but not getting the kill early enough, and instead is Nissim picking up the first kill there. He jumps around. Great headshots coming through from Dumao as well. One of them while he was still airborne. And Legacy pick up the round. I love the idea of the three-man hit squad retaking Banana, but they need to get that kill instantly. Try spots them. Oh, I moved that in slow motion. I feel like that was right on. Sadson doesn't even go away from it. He says, fine, if you want to challenge me, I will take that fight. Now, Descenti is going to be able to slow it down by getting a kill for the smoke. If not, I think they would have run down No Way, just kept going. Why would they stop? In fact, they will anyway. Lux shoots him through the barrel. No Way gets blown up, and now Vinny, he's got a little bit of backup here. They're pretty quick on the rotation, but still, his bomb site's one kill away from falling. They're going to get both of them, in fact. Descenti goes down. That seems like justice. It's through the smoke as well. And Che, don't think there's much he can do here. So that is a round that is based on aggression from the get-go. Once they make contact in the middle, they just don't stop. And I mean, it also makes sense to try and do this early on at top mid, because very, very often it's so meta right now for the CTs to have, you know, 3 or maybe even 4 people towards B at the beginning.
And if it's also true that they sort of just took the opportunity there, that they're able to play outside their own structure to react in you know, the optimal ways, also a great sign. But into this next round with the pistols, sometimes it's the most unlikely of rounds that will turn it all for you. And just straight through the smoke with the 5-7. It's going to be Che who's able to follow up. But the trade's looking good here for Legacy early on Banana. And that's a 4 versus 3 for them as they continue to spray away. And now they hold Banana. And they have so much time to play with. A minute 20 to figure out how they want to finish the round. They're actually deciding to back away, maybe anticipating that a rotate would already have commenced over towards B, but they would be wrong.
Yeah, but I still like the fact that they're grouped up at least, right? They're not giving themselves away here to an opportunity for a bunch of 1v1 fights. Instead, they're sort of trying to make sure they can trade anything that really happens here. Setup is there. No Way. Very nice. Jumping around. Now the pistol's going to be activated, but Lato was holding it. Great fundamentals again. If your task is to hold that ninja corner, then stay that way. Don't start to suddenly swing into another fight, and then because you're going to end up surrendering the round. So really, really well done. Descenti alone versus 3, and obviously with the health left and everything else, there is actually just nothing that they could have done there. So nice idea, but ultimately not enough here for Imperial. It will be a 5-0 lead in favor of Legacy. They are catching them right now early on in the game, not really allowing Imperial back in, catching them in 4K, if you will, Dan, which if you want to catch them counter-attack in 4K, you can actually go and do that over at blast.tv. I don't know if you guys know this, but you can do like the instant rewind stuff. It has its own chat environment, which is kind of cool. Don't miss out, that's what I'm saying. Round number 6. They actually have real weapons, Dan, for once.
Yes, they do. We'll see what they're able to do with it. Walking up mid here is Legacy, looking for that opening pick, just using that cover of smoke. Really nice, isolating these top mid players from one another. That's certainly how you do it. We'll see if they can find the picks, though. Ooh, okay, there's a head that shows. The trade is followed up with, though, from Legacy, but very nice top mid defense. Finally, for Imperial, something going their way. Now they just need to make the round clean. That's all they really need. Can they do it? Because in comes Nissim and Dumao to ruin those, what would otherwise be a win if they were to just get a clean 4-player survival.
Not clean at all. I don't know how. They had the crossfire and everything. Instead, Nissim, he walks in. He's actually out to get both of them. That's criminal. Imperial. This is actually, we talked about, you know, the emotions, having your back to the wall, how you're going to perform. This is the kind of round that will crush any momentum. Nissim finds a 3rd headshot, takes down Try, and now Che's walking in, but this has already been covered. They're already watching for this. Even if he wins this fight, he's going to get swung up on from the bomb site itself. I think he's already dead, and he will be. Dumao takes him down. A 2 versus 4. The Legacy managed to turn around into a win for themselves. That is criminal for Imperial. Yeah. They might be worried about, because they can guess the economy on that CT side, so they might be worried that there's some sort of strange trick, like there are so many weird timing nades you can throw especially if there's like a new gen grenade that lands behind the half wall, thrown inside of the B bomb site, that people probably want to avoid. Vinny getting caught in a weird position. M4 revealed, and okay, could turn this into just a split through CT spawn as well. There are pretty much just an infinite amount of options at the moment.
So there's definitely a good counter-strike from Legacy. Sort of leaving the banana position open. That's where they opened up their previous anti-eco. CTs kind of take the position, they re-clear it, they get presence, and also the push through connector. They've really nailed this one, splitting onto the B site. Now, it doesn't matter that there's a stack of 2 players.
Yeah.
This is so confusing to be up against as far as Imperial is concerned.
Yeah, trying to rotate in, but Lux is already catching it. 10 seconds on the clock. That double setup is now a little bit scary. Shots are coming through. That 5-7 gets hunted down. 4 seconds on the clock here, and fighting in the open. They don't even get the bomb plant. They get the headshot in the end.
Nice ball!
Pop flash there. Pop mid take. Are they just going to shove it in? It looks like they are.
Yeah. Changing the pace very fast. Descent. I think he's actually kind of lucky to be alive there. Smoke was a little bit late. It does land right after the fact. No way is going to be able to get a couple of kills here. And, I want to launch an investigation. We actually saw the smoke being thrown at the start. I think it was Doomau. Great catch from the observer as well.
And I think what's interesting too is that Legacy... Oh, hold on. Hold that thought. And he's going straight in. Deep banana. Spotted one in the corner. The spy... Okay, finally finding a kill. Feel like they really had earned one. And that's going to force the issue here for Legacy. They're speeding things up towards A. With losing that banana control, they are just shifting it all in. And that's a good entry. And they've managed to find both entries onto the site. So it should be a post-plant now, 4 versus 2. And
Can't do anything.
Just one around Anders.
Yeah, I mean, speeding up again towards the A-bomb side, I really respect this from Legacy. I think this shows a real commitment to the idea. Yeah. For Arch and Library. See if they could do anything. Try. There's the opening. Taking down Lux. That is a nice start. It hasn't really forced Legacy away. They're not immediately running back into Banana. And trying to get here. Vinny's also there with the AWP, and he's very low from earlier. That was grenades on Banana that he kind of walked into. I think he walked into a Molotov for a while. But look at Doomau. What a position to have.
That's crazy, Anders. He's somehow managed to get on the other end, and I feel like they realize that he's boxed in these players coming in from library. You just never expect a player to be there at this timing, and now he can help with the split onto the B side.
Yeah, taken down before he could even get a taste of that wine. Che walking out. He knows that he's feeling very lonesome at the moment. They're crossing on the other side. He's found a bit of a timing window. Sprays down one, but the return is immediate. This is looking great. The retake coming in from Banana, but it's with all 3 players. And obviously what that means is they're going to be funneled in here. They've almost got to do it. I know it's rough here, but you need more than one round. I don't know why I'm saying that. Flash going over. Swing coming out here. Sadson in the corner. Still great vision for him. A little bit of an HE to try and obscure that. And he will be going down to the Senti. Bomb ticking though. And shot in the back by Doomau all of a sudden. 2 versus 2. You could hear that bomb's not that far off. Smoke up. It's a bit of desperate play coming out from nowhere. He just wanted to see if he could get the defuse before anyone could shut him down. But that's not going to be the case. It'll be 10 rounds for Legacy as they just crush their way through this first half.
Yeah, that's a gut-wrenching round. I mean, they invested so much.
If you are going to go home, obviously nobody wants that. But if you are, then at least you want to be able to say, listen, we fought as hard as we could. Like, we were a tough team to get rid of. You really don't want to get blown up like this. I will say it is Dust 2 as a second map, so like I said, I think Legacy are going to have a hard time winning on that map. But right now, Imperial's spirits have got to be at an all-time low. Just nothing is working for them. Che goes down. Vinny, even as the smoke goes up, shot in the face. The round is over. I mean, they got to fight for it because it's round number 12, but they can't win this. The bomb is going to be planted. There is a lurker waiting for them in second mid, which they even know. The smoke has been going up, so they're forced to try and retake from CT spawn. Unwinnable position.
Yeah, this is beyond horrendous, especially with how many players are just... They have to clear. There's just too many players to clear here. Singular flash has been deployed, and... Oh, it's just so painful. And there's that flank you were talking about. Picking its moment. I don't think it's going to be necessary, though. In comes the desperation push, which is obviously no time remaining in this half. And it's a about to be over here. There's just no time to defuse this. He's going to try to get just a frag, something for the stats, but it's an 11-1 finish to the first half. Legacy looking absolutely incredible. We'll see if they can keep it up going into the second half.
So that is the weapon that you want. It still won't be easy, but he's got enough bullets to try and get the job done. We're going to see this right now. There's not going to slow down. Another set on the other side, so actually 60 bullets to try and get this done. Oh, but he's killed immediately. No way and try with some very nice Glock headshots, and that's pretty much the round one already. In fact, they might save just because, you know, if you've got body armor especially, you can sort of play into that. You don't have to buy it again. So even though it seems a bit sad, you might as well.
It does seem sad. Imperial trying to do, you know, exactly what we saw Legacy doing, where on that anti-eco, when you're worrying about these pistols, these like scary setups, where the CTs are trying to, they want you to commit into a site where it's too late to fall back. Okay, well, there's a donation. We get Vinny on a fact-finding mission as well. The clipboard is out. He's trying to learn what he can about this B site, and there's one spot. Surely there's not just only one player here. Dumal's found himself a potential position in the smoke to maybe find a sneaky kill. Hello, there it is. Looking to really just get the most value out of this. Just, that's cold-blooded, Anders.
Yeah, and it's Vinny as well, the nicest person you could imagine. Why would he do that? Descenti ends up going down.
Uh-oh.
Che, and no way in 2 versus 3, never mind. It's just Che alone. 1 versus 3 now. The bomb planted, sure, but there's plenty of time. They've even got a kit on the sim. This could actually be dreadful. Legacy looking to see if they can crush the dreams here of Imperial very early on. Sadsin does go down just as the smoke pops here, and he's got an HE to try and blow him open. This is still kind of scary. They're going to find him, and the grenade won't do anything. Retake is in, and Legacy pick up a round just that they should have never even had a chance. I think the walk through the smoke there from Vinny, there's actually like 10 different things that happens.
Imperial to try to figure this out. They've got the Hero AK, Tech 9's nades. We'll see what they can do with it. They are challenging top mid.
Yeah, they just really want to see if they can find a kill early on here. Bit of a crossfire, working exactly as designed. Lux taking the first one, but you could tell that Imperial weren't sure if they had to look left or right there. They were kind of trying to do both, which is usually not a good idea. You guys remember a whole crossing the road kind of thing? No one ever said try and look left and right at the same time, kids.
True. It's not effective. Well, looking for the pick still, Imperial. Keeping themselves alive with a chance, but look at the reinforcements from Legacy. They've got 4 players essentially that can respond. Player and connect already. And there's the first one getting taken out, and this is a slow bleed, but it's terminal.
It's just, yeah, you're right. There's no tourniquet around. They definitely will end up leaving through the back door here. Vinny and Descenti, just a desperate hope to get onto the side is not going to happen. Legacy with an impressive victory on the opening map, a 13-2.
Imperials should, in theory, still walk away with this one and force us to a third.
I really want that because the third map's Mirage, they're all really good on that, so that would be a lot more fun for us. It starts well, though. Lux to pick up the opening kill. Oh, he keeps running! They were not expecting it. They wanted to pick up the P250, and instead they get jumped up. Now they're peeking into another USP. It's another good headshot, this time from Sadzin. It's a 2 versus 3, with Vinny being very low on health. Oh, that shining P250 in front of them, they just really wanted their hands on them, and it might have cost them the round.
Just going for the raw gun battles. I respect it, but now Vinny's not really left to do anything. Vinny had a Molotov and a smoke, and so clearly there was a plan for Imperial in terms of how they wanted to scale onto the site, but they just got denied completely. Shut down, disrupted at the long doors, couldn't even get out thanks to Lux with those 2 opening kills, and now...
More worried about that? Because again, we all know bomb plant is sort of half a victory, right? It means they can instantly buy in the next round, and...
Had enough. Oh! Okay, he's had enough, but he's trying to make a go of it. That looked like it could have been right on the head there of one of these 2 remaining players. Vinny's going forward like he's got 200 HP, the confidence, another headshot. Sadzin, his head has popped like a grape, and now the plant is coming through. Up the ramp, Nissim goes. He's going to have a great angle on this one. Vinny, though, making that look winnable is outrageous. Good damage nonetheless onto Lux, down to 20 HP, and pit position using Sadzin here with the scout as a bait is also potentially dangerous. If he is able to get a kill here as well, that'd be fantastic, but there's a quick flash. There goes the peek onto pit. It's going well. Long has now been won by Imperial. 4v4 with a minute to play with.
Yeah, he's expecting a Molotov. They actually have one, so when that smoke fades, they could recommit the Molotov on from Vinny and then probably just burn out the scout in the corner. It will also cost them a lot of time, so maybe they just want to walk up close. They are all on that corner. There's the Molotov coming in, and you can see it's a bit uncomfortable. Sanson, no way out on that one. Nice use of the grenade. 30 seconds here as they try and flash and slow things down, but Imperial are getting close to the bomb site. They want to recapture the game very early on and not allow Legacy to get away with anything more. Nissim goes down, and the same for Lux, and they just overpower the bomb site with a MAC-10. It's a nice double kill and a very, very critical round, I would say, for Imperial.
Through along.
Yeah.
No way that's over there. Right on the CT setup, it's kind of good to deal with everything. Gotta be careful of this though. Che almost finding the frag onto the AWPer. Sad's in with 10 HP left, but with 50 seconds left on the clock. Now Imperial need to start gravitating towards something, but they're still looking for some of these lurk picks. Decent, he trying to work his smoke on B. Oh, it's not worked out though.
Yeah, but it still has created a bit of an awkward position. Smoke up towards CT spawn. Still could work right through as they do get the dink in. Some of the players here on Legacy or Imperial, very, very low on health. Dumao goes down. Still a double play inside of the bomb site. They're running out of time and running out of players too. This is very awkward. I think the CT side has found a pretty decent spot to play in here with 17 seconds left. They're running back up catwalk. It seems desperate. I don't think this should be working at all. 10 seconds now. The bomb still not being planted. He's trying to get there and find a bit of space for it. And with just 4 seconds on the clock, they're going to get the bomb planted. That's already better than I was expecting. See if they can hold the after plant. It's going to be no ways lining them up. A double kill that he should have never had a chance to get. And suddenly, they're back into it. If they win this round, Imperial, I think it'll start to erode some of the confidence here on Legacy because this one was in the bag already. Mini's got a MAC-10 and he's waiting for the jump here, but Lux is the only one to help. He's got no head armor. You could see devastating damage. No way finds another shot and make it a quad and could have had the ace if not for the fact that Sadson is running away. That is a bizarre round for Imperial to pick up.
Yeah, no way with just such an important performance. Top fragging on the server now as well. 9 kills for No Way. And I mean, that looks awkward from Decency there, but there's No Way now. This transfer was everything. Those 2 kills, absolutely everything.
And it still feels like this will end up some kind of a B-split, but with 40 seconds, they haven't made up their minds just yet.
Yes, it's interesting too. That was kind of a bait into the AWP, but the timing is unreal from Dumao. He just had a sense for it. Catches Che with the nade in hand. 30 seconds to go, and that was supposed to clear the top of Cat. And so now we've got a position where Dumao, he wants a little more. He wants some information. He's going to find it. He's going to see Imperial going for this B site. Good position, but the damage is not there in the way that it's needed. The 5-7 can't get around the corner in time. And now it's a 2v3 here for Legacy. With a very weak and No Way. It's possible, but it's very hard.
Yeah, and it's probably also the issue is the money that they have left. It's so much to give away, especially with the AWP. So they will back out of it almost immediately, but still winning it.
Yeah, they are doing a great job, and I think you know, for Legacy, you're on a CT side. I think there's generally, especially if you.
They don't just have to win a couple of rounds here. They have to string a whole bunch of rounds together before they can get rid of the Imperial economy really early on that smoke to mid. I think that's just an attempt to try and force out some counter utility. Descenti goes down. All right. That's a nice start.
Yeah, Descenti, we saw a previous awkward maneuver. Also, you trying to work the lurk smoke on B. Also getting taken down. So that's one of those early pickoffs that we were talking about that could be very helpful for Legacy. They are starting to gravitate a player towards the mid position. As we see that shot in replay, that's actually phenomenal. And this might get tested even more. They are going back to the well, to that B site. And there's going to be a torrent of utility to follow.
This is one of those moments where if you miss one shot with the AWP, it can get very awkward. Lurk smoke setup. It's such a classic one now. He's trying his best to look over it. It's a good idea. He just doesn't get it. Leg shot onto No Way. Might be enough, but again, the grenades are barreling in on all sides. I mean, Nissim does pick up one more kill, and finally they found a way to take him down. Lato holding strong, and that leg shot from earlier, it just needed one bullet there to touch No Way, and that would have been the end of the round. But somehow, 2v2 here. Nice little shot. He tries to get the swing of the spray up into the window, but Dumal will take him down, and now it's 15 seconds. Gets the first shot, and already up on the plan. No, he's fallen back down again. Sanson into the open try! Will drop him.
Oh no, that is so heartbreaking. No time. You just got to play the clock. And the big swing there is just so punished.
This is an otherworldly shot from Nissim.
Actually awesome to see. But you could tell also from Try's perspective, is so dialed in, so ready for that one. And that's the thing, Try kind of is in this awkward position.
Just really trying to see if they can keep 3 people over at the A-bomb side, which for the minute they are doing. They're also not throwing the smoke here towards mid. They're trying to see if they can take a shot at range instead, and it very nearly worked out. They feel like the op could be in the window, and they're not wrong either. And Nissim, though, missing a shot. 20 seconds as they're pushing through. Bit of a crossfire, but they take down the op, and Descenti will drop Lato. And very well done. The time was the only thing that was dangerous, I think, in this round. They were always going to find a way to convert the kills inside of the bomb site. But yeah, nice fake, nice setup, nice everything for Imperial.
Yeah, certainly, and forcing the save here is brutal, and they're going to hunt for these guns. Nice defense, though, from Dumal to keep his alive. One thing that's interesting, I think, that you can note in terms of Legacy not being as comfortable on Dust 2 as maybe another map, is when we do see teams that are very comfortable on Dust 2 and they're having struggles on the CT side, they have so many different creative looks for aggression and disruptive plays so that you can kind of take the initiative as the CTs and sort of see, okay, well, what are they doing? Okay, well, what do we have in the playbook for aggression that kind of helps us to deal with that? Whereas we're seeing Legacy go the other way. It's like we're just going to play more vanilla, kind of play more safe and standard. But then on Dust 2, you have so much open space that the teams can abuse if you do that. So it's
Cross here. That's a very good counter smoke. Do they really want to try and blast through that? Yeah, they might. Yeah, they're just going to flash their way in. All right, running straight through the CT smoke. Aggressive towards the pit. They look for the opening, and the HE will get the job done. Lux going down for the smoke. No Way finds 2 kills to secure this long position. They still actually haven't not committed, meaning the bomb is still a little bit further back. They can do whatever they want. Vinny trying to catch him, and Sanson is very lucky to be alive.
Yeah, really good attempt at the punish there. But that does still keep a chance here alive for Legacy. They also have Nissim, who's moving through mid at the same time. So we'll see if the Legacy team can hold on enough on the site. I don't know now that happened. Nice defensive kill there from Lato. Needs more. Stuck at Gandalf here. That's not a good spot. Gets mollied out. And that's going to prevent Nissim from being able to connect up and create some relief there in the gunfight. So another round going the way of Imperial for the 9-1. And again, it's I feel like Legacy had the right idea. They kind of felt that, okay, we've got to win long, but they didn't have maybe the tech behind it.
You know, maybe if he goes down early in a couple of rounds here, there could be some more space for Legacy to actually play with, because he has been hard to defeat. Vinny also playing well. Molotov being set up here to clear that exact position. Sanson tries to stick around for the kill. I respect that, but it doesn't work out, and Vinny's back. Couple of headshots. He was ready as well in case he wanted to peek into it with the AWP, but he almost has to fall away. Yeah, he's getting bullied from this position. They are almost out middle at the same time, so I think Legacy have probably already lost the round. The only question is, can they actually escape with the rifles here?
Yeah, that is the question. And I mean, there's so much money on the T side that they should really fight tooth and nail to prevent those guns being saved. So we're going to see that take form here through this lower dark push. It's a good position from Nissim. We'll see, though, if he gets traded. He's got multiple players coming through. Did he see it? I think he saw just a bit of a shoot, a bit of a heal. And the challenge still comes through. Che able to take him down. 2 guns remaining on the Legacy side with that very precious AWP in the hands of Sanson. And there's still like so much time for them to get these kills. The smoke is going to make things a bit tricky, I think, for them.
Yeah, I mean, he's putting on a lot of pressure right now. One missed shot. He's not going to miss it at all. They are sacrificing a lot of money here, but I don't think they care. They just want some more damage. Trying to hunt down the AWP. Fading seconds of the round. He's getting close. No way. He doesn't have the bullets for it, and they won't be able to actually get it, but I like that idea for the hunt. I think it's a cool idea. This is the kind of counter-strike that I somewhat hate, because it might end up working, but to me, it's just a coin flip, you know?
Yes.
It just means, yeah, you happen to guess right that it was the B bomb site, and great, but, you know, again, you can't keep doing that. If you keep rolling the dice, you're going to lose more than you're going to win. Nissim does get the first one. Pretty good stuff. Now, crossfire being established. Vinny doesn't care, and the Molotov here, even with 3 people, it is not enough. And in part, or in huge part, because none of them are even ready to fight. As soon as Nissim is engaged in the battle, somebody else has to peek. They can't just all be waiting. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Dumao on his own in a 1 versus 3, and Imperial going to be making this an 11-1 half in their favor. Yes,
so we really are getting the same story, but in reverse as to the first map. And
yeah,
I was trying to, you know, help everyone understand that there's a chance, Anders, but I've run out of the copium.
Yeah, well, we can't, you know, there's a limit to how much we can lie. Nice smoke that he throws here inside of the bomb site that lands so heavy on the CT side, means it's really hard to run through. It's nice for the CTs if the smoke is more inside of the bomb site. So nice little detail. Good mechanics. Vinny to take down the last one. And a spectacular opening here to the second map in favor of Imperial.
But we'll see if they can get off to a good start here with this this play-up catwalk.
Imperial hunting for try. He's back around the corner, throws in a flashbang, trying to stay alive. It's a nice idea, but somehow it didn't really work out. The flash, how did it go the other way? Can I see a replay of what happened? I feel like he threw it the other way and it still followed him back towards the A bomb site. Regardless, bomb is being planted now. Smoke is up and a retake is underway. Dumao and Sanson finding some good headshots here. The USB is trying to get back into it. The Senti alone versus 3. He's already got the first one. Could he find another kill and make it a 1v1? Doesn't even need the reload. Picks up another gun, but they are on top of it. Dumao will find the kill, and it's a very fast pace coming out. They saw the weakness in Try being that fast forward, and they just went for him. A slow start, but it will be a fiery finish towards the B bomb side.
Yeah, 2 players on the defense. No way up on the box by 7. That's beautiful. The incendiary, meaning that the trade can't come in quite as quickly as they wanted. There we go. Banana 5-7 doing its job just for the moment. 3v3. But once the bomb goes down, it does get incredibly difficult for the CTs. But they're already knocking at the door.
Yeah. Is there enough cover here for Lato? If they jump for the window, he's going to fake it out for that very reason. Nicely done. Yeah, if he went fully for it, there's a chance they could have just overwhelmed him. But pretty good play. Double kill for him. Bit scary with the early 5-7. I think also just there is definitely a case to be made that you just throw away whatever you have and, you know, keep it going. Maybe the Galil is fine. I personally wouldn't really care about playing with the Galil or an AK. Can have its own advantages in some sense. Try a bit of a corner there, but he just takes a shot and tries to escape. He's still out in the open. It's Che, in fact, who's stuck around. Nice little flick. Dangerous to be there. There is a chance that there are more Ts ready on the other side, that they will just instantly be ready. But yeah, 4v4 now.
And Try's having to be the guardian of the A side and both Long and Catwalk all by himself at this point. Teammates are moving across here. The low dark push has found a great timing, and Lux just looked away. And Imperial now in a very good position. They know what's coming. They know what the Ts are. They have sights. They've got the AWP up here with Try. And so really, at this point, it's Legacy that will have to shoot their way out of this situation. They're certainly in disadvantage. Good flash, though, to scale up and get the initial kill on No Way.
Yeah, he was in such a weird angle up there, but I think they had a good idea to begin with. That flick doesn't connect either. Nicely done from Descenti. Lato was out of the round. 50 seconds here. Legacy trying to make the jump across. Bomb is picked up by Dumao, but he's very low on health, or at least low enough that it's awkward for him to try and get the bomb plant without anything else happening in this one. Sadson trying to take a look over, Try's going to be able to find him here, and with just 35 seconds, they won't even have a chance to get close to a plant, so
it's good to see that he's able to deliver here for his side. But speaking of AWP, Sadson on the other end is getting through the long position. Very irritating having to play around the smoke. Nice shot though, Che trying to close the distance. Another opportunity for Sanson as he looks for more. Looking confident there in the long spot. And that's a 5v4 here for Legacy to work with.
I thought he had the follow-up shot there against Try as well. That started to look a little bit too quick. But yeah, well handled. He had to put out the incendiary and had to go back and take the fight. They knew that he was in there. So pretty well done, to be honest. Very nearly getting the flick mid-air, but he knows they're out middle. 3 people defending this site, though. Imperial, very good position right now to close Dust 2 out. The spray is in. No way, and the Senti able to pick it up, and I think they're running out of steam a little bit to try and get in. The Glock will get 1 kill, but there's still a player in the back. It's Vinny, and nobody even knows about that. Oh, what a spin around. Nissim, how did he get the shot? I feel like he should have been dead. I think Vinny probably thought he was, and then continued on to kill his teammate instead.
Yes, yeah, I think he definitely read that he hit the headshot and switched.
That's why it's so hard to hate him, isn't it?
Why are you trying to hate him?
Listen, hate maxing and hate watching are they're a legitimate way to interact with Counter-Strike in 2025, you know?
You matter.
But I don't think no one's managed to hate, you know, Vinny yet. It's not possible. Just that's just his thing, you know. He's got hate armor in that sense.
Well, there's still some extra danger here. 5-7 delivering again. Oh, this is a very good spot there for another 5-7. Che picks up another one, and suddenly there's just Satson left with the AWP, takes down Che in trade. But there's 40 seconds, and they are unrelenting. It's Vinny to pick up the kill. Lock in the map for Imperial. We are going to Mirage.
1 smoke, 2 flashes already in the B hallways. You guys know they might not slow this down. They might just kind of keep going here. Smoke presumably for the market, and then, yeah, the flashes to go over. But that is a lot of pistols. Just 2 people, but 4 pistols to catch them. This could be a slaughter, and it starts with Che. Maybe the prayers did work. He's going to take down Jamal to begin with. And now they're on the site itself. He's under a little bit of pressure, but the Senti's here, and the dualies are actually standing up. The defense is working where it was. Lato coming in with 2 headshots, and suddenly it all is eroded. The bomb is going to be planted behind this. I can't believe it. Imperial, they had it on lockdown. They pretty much had won the round, but suddenly it's brought back, and that bomb is actually very delayed here.
Yeah, and you can see the questions are being asked. Tries like, hang on, are you guys looking for a kill? Because he's playing really far back below the flammable pot. Would they expect this? There's the jump, and it's a great first headshot there. Second one as well from trying to shut down the round. They tried to get sneaky. They could have just gone for the bomb plant. They could have guaranteed the money. Yeah, they're going to hold steadfast down there. He's going to see everyone, at least. That's the information confirmed. They shouldn't get more than that, in theory. Now, they absolutely will be checking for the push from the apartments, and that's not going to go so well. Again, that's actually not a great angle for the MP9.
No.
And so we've given something here for Legacy to work with.
They obviously don't have armor, so they should lose these fights, and they will. Vinny, I think it's somewhat nice for him to stop the bomb from going down. I mean, you'd have such a hard time selling that, and you play Quake, for Christ's sake. So, definitely no one's buying that. But they're a different kind of nerd than I guess, you know. There's a wall of swords, I think, in Magic.
Different species.
Exactly. Here we go. That's aggressive. It's pretty violent. Stumau out for blood, taking down No Way to begin with. It's the first real buy round coming up for Legacy. And he's hunting for it. Flashed in. He should have had that kill. He could have had it instead. It will be Lux to spray down Try, shooting him in the back. Che and Descenti, they are still nearby, but honestly, they might do better to save this. What is happening inside of that? I don't know what. No one can see anything. They get the kill onto Lux, but the bomb is planted. I still very much doubt if it's worth going for here for Imperial. It doesn't feel like a good move.
They do have a couple of smokes here, so with that utility, maybe they might fancy their chances.
Look at the AWP.
Anything will be given. There's nothing given just yet, so just defensive positions. Half the bomb is gone. The time has expired. And yeah, nothing's being given to them, so they're just going to back away with the M4s.
Where did the AWP go? I think that's ultimately that's what they were looking for. It was, but they went to look. And also no blowing up of the top mid smoke. This was an insanely meta round that we just saw. It's going to take a while to explain why. Senti pushing up and actually getting the fight, but he's so flashed. And so is Nissim. Eventually, it'll be an even trade. Svini trying to grenade himself into something, but also getting grenaded at the same time. Che goes down. And Legacy, nobody at the B-bomb site. Oh, the start of this round was so crazy. Lux getting a kill, and Lato, he seems very sharp on the mechanics. So we've got a bit of time, so let me try and see if I can explain why this was so weird. In like 90% of the rounds, the Ts will throw a smoke into the mid window. We all know this. When they don't do that, but still smoke top mid, almost always what they're trying to do is use that top mid smoke as a way to lure a CT into a mid fight, and then they will blow open their own smoke. But they didn't even do that. They peeked around it, which is like the next evolution of whatever this is that's going on. I think there are ways to get blown up with it, but we'll see how ready they're going to be. Instead, they're going to elect to throw some utility. Look at how quick they are, rushing him down with the flash as well, but the Senti's ready. He wasn't blind at all, and he gets a double kill for it. Trying to jump up here is Nissim, but it's all out panic right now. They know they need to get out of the hallway. It's another kill as Nissim goes down. The Senti's done more than enough. 3 on his tally, and Sanson just having to walk away here. I actually think the timing and the execution there for Legacy was so sick, but you know, but when you don't get the kill on the Senti, even if they traded 2 for 1, if they'd killed him after he got the first double, I still think it's a good round for Legacy. I still think they had a good chance to win it.
Yeah, it was a really, really fast defensive kill on the first player, and that's really always the challenge. If you can get rid of the first player really quickly, you're set up as CT to have like a big defense. That's the... No. Oh, there's the AWP down.
Yeah. Yeah, they kind of wanted to pick it up, I guess.
It's a Senti, like, yeah, quick on that first kill. Good pre-aim on the second. Actually making it look like relatively easy. It's not easy though to hold hold these pushes on to be like that. So very well done.
Even throwing it over the building, you don't even have to bounce it off anywhere else. You can just flash people there, is what I'm trying to say. But didn't really work out that way. Double AWP on the CT side, and we've got one on Sadsin. It's Dumao and Nissim. It's not even about the snipers right now. The AKs will do the work here. Nice little flick coming in, but they're already on the site itself. And Try knows if they want to win the round here, then maybe pushing forward in and taking this battle is what he needs to do. It's very risky. If he dies, it leaves his team in a very bad position. But he's got the right idea. That flick needs to connect. No, AWP versus AWP. It is Dumao, the unlikely sniper, to take down Try. 2 versus 3, and still 1 minute and 10 seconds on the clock.
And Nissim thought that they would be rotated out the A side, but he was wrong. So he jumps out Palace to his untimely demise. But yeah, the A players are well out of position here, so unable to even really find an AWP to save. 2 AKs, of course, is going to be nice, but
just Try inside of here, smoked off. They jump right out. Timing's right there for it. Nice. He had a teammate throw the grenade for him to be able to take that peek. It's a really good idea, but Dumao, speed. That's his essence right now. It's worked for him. The timing is ridiculous. Oh, Vinny, you can't smile your way through that. There's no way he's smiling after that one. Speaking of no way, also taken down by Dumao. Che and the Senti left. Once he knows he has that position, Dumao, he knows he can win the round with 1 kill. Yeah. And he did.
He totally did. He's been really good on the entries. That seems to be certainly something that Dumao's really firing off on so far in this game on Mirage. And it is very, very powerful when you can get entries quickly like that. It's so destabilizing for the CTs. But speaking of which, they might lose their AKs here as well. Nissim finds Descenti, and now it's an MP9 Che. And I mean, you want to try to challenge for this AK-47, you got to pick it up, and here comes Che. Nissim's pretty low already, so this might be a chance, but no. Instant headshot, of course, from Nissim. Very nice. And the CTs get nothing into the next round. Trying to get vision on Cat, not expose himself to the second angle below, though. And at the same time, Legacy working on this split. Pretty dominant through this A-ramp position. We'll see if they can get these initial entries. Try to take down one, no way, holding the dark position. Dumao with the initial kill for jungle, and that's going to give some breathing room. He actually follows it up onto No Way, and that's just going to leave Che. That's actually crazy. Dumao again saving the day.
Yeah, Dumao, once he gets into the connector window position, but it's going to be a 7-3 scoreline here in favor of Legacy. So this is working out really well. And again, the money for Imperial not looking too good. So pretty tough stuff here. By the way, if you guys aren't already, you can go and watch the Counter-Strike action over on Blast.tv in 4K. So don't miss out.
And Legacy, I wonder if they'll try to do it again. It worked so well. 8-3 up last round in the first half. Can Imperial bring themselves back in it? They've got AWP on Try. Again, Dumao is going in, and he gets exactly what he's looking for before getting traded.
Yeah, but even then, Lato, I'd love to see the kill in the middle. I think they blew open their own smoke, like we talked about earlier. Che and try. 2 versus 4, hoping to get a 4th round on the board for their team somehow, but there's so much time left in this round. There's so many opportunities here for Legacy to find another opening. If they get a kill, it's done with. And the jump down here, trying to check it all. Che, nice shot on the first one, but there's an AK on the other side, already jumped down, and he's starting to feel the pressure. The backup is coming in for it. Slowly try, running up the catwalk to try and get there before the rest of Legacy show up. 11 bullets left, but Lux, instant shot, a missed AWP, and now the bomb planted as well. They've got a smoke on Latzo. If he throws that smoke down, I think it doesn't matter what Try could actually do. He's going to run out of time here, right on top of him. So now he's being funneled in on the left-hand side. Grenade there. They know everything. This is so well played by Legacy. And it's Latzo to get the last one. A brilliant first half in their favor.
Descenti on a very, well, could be a late lurk. We'll have to see how the timing works out there, because he might get looked for as Imperial come into this A site for the split. The A site's been given. We have the CTs playing a retake. They have more mid dominance, so they're okay to allow the bomb to go down.
Yep, you're absolutely right. They don't care about the bomb plant. Sadson, a very nice shot to begin with, but he couldn't quite pull away from the battle, and as a result, he ends up going down and actually steals over a USP there on Try, although he takes a lot of damage. He wanted to take the fight. Ends up getting dropped. Bomb planted. Retake is on. They have a smoke. No kid currently picked up on anyone. I don't know if there is one either. The smoke is going to be nice to force the fight, but is that enough? Already on it. The dualies looking to see if they can do something in front here. Inside the smoke, they're already waiting with a knife out. I think, yeah, look at Vinny. He's just knifing into the air. Dumao will take him down, but without a kit, can you really find a 10-second defuse from here? I doubt it. We're down to just 4 seconds now. Another knife comes in, running into it, looking for Lado, and stabs him right in the face.
Oh, that's close. That's close. Descenti coming in, did his job as the late luck, picks up the killing connector, finds the timing just in time. Just like you said, if they had a kit.
It's over.
And it's not like there was a kit stranded somewhere, I don't think. I don't think there was a kit on possible.
Oh, he turned around and just cut him in the forehead. He was so low on health. That's kind of annoying that the MAC-10 is so low on health, just because sometimes you want to throw it in to find information. Lux, I think what we sometimes call a cold position, where you've stood for so long that you're not really ready, even though you should be. But your eyes just kind of wear out from not moving or not doing anything, which is why sometimes people sort of jiggle around so that they don't feel quite as lazy. Lado spray is actually magnificent. They could have maybe had a double kill there. We're going to take down Dumao to follow it up here. Nissim and Sadsin should not be winning the round, but the Eagle sneaking close inside of the smoke. It's actually dangerous. He picks up the MP9, but he ran out of bullets. Otherwise, I think he has that kill. And then they could steal it back for Imperial. This is unacceptable. This is the round that you should, I mean, the easier round to win. They're going to make the bomb. He wanted to run away, but now he's kind of thinking about, oh, he's failed to jump. All right.
Oh, the vent. I think that had to be heard. Yes. Sadson actually heard it. And this is the problem because, okay, well, steps heard in the... This is kind of crazy. Okay, I don't know if it was heard by Sadson.
They didn't hear the steps. I think they just knew that there was a chance that the vent was heard. So I think it's just, oh, they run right into it, though. Hold the phone. No way, Dan. He's trying with the USB. He just needs a bullet. Gonna pick up the Galil instead. Sadson's got the advantage. He's got the time as well. That bomb is freshly planted. Vinny cowering in the corner. This could be Imperial's tournament. Life on the line. They need this round, and somehow he's alive. How is he not connected with the shot yet? The spray takes a long time, but the Galil will come out on top here. What an absolutely mental round. Off balance. You want to try and have them thinking about how much you're shouting instead of thinking about the game. If you can get away with that, then absolutely you should. Nissim taking the first one here. Legacy, it's looking easy. Tapping away. The bursts are coming out, and it's a triple kill for the MP9. Descenti, much to actually accomplish. Dumao comes in. He needs his pound of flesh every single time. Yeah.
And then only to once again be like, oh, we have to start all over again. It's very tough, but we'll see if they can do it here. What could be the final round of this matchup. The mid push comes on through, but it's Vinny to take down Lux. So a nice initial opening going the way of Imperial as they make their presence in mid felt.
It's Dumao, 21-9. And look at him instantly from the kill into the boost. Anyone ready for that on the other side? Well, Che Don't know if he was ready, but the adjustment was very nice. So a bit of an opportunity here. Imperial need 8 rounds in a row to get it into overtime. It just doesn't seem doable at all. Nissim finds the kill on the Che. This was actually a very winnable round for Imperial, but somehow they brought it back into a 1v1. Vicente gonna go and plant the bomb, and Nissim not quite sure if he can push through the smoke down there, so he's gonna be much delayed. No kit right now. Might be one when he transferred onto the bomb site itself here, but it's gonna be down to the fight, and Nissim picks it up. Legacy on their feet as they send Imperial out of the major in a very, very convincing fashion.
Very convincing. I didn't expect it to be so convincing, Anders. We looked at this and we're like, this is an even battleground. By the numbers, both teams look supremely confident on it.